it takes a real damn man to break a man, and he broke him tonight.
Is there the truth?
He said, we can't even let you go no more. Your shit don't work well.
Mike, is there the truth? Is there Spence the truth?
He's the truth. And let me tell you what's great about the truth.
Welcome to the Too Much Dip podcast. My name is Dave. I'm going to host today. Our first podcast in the new studio, the People Cave, as Will has called it. I'm not calling it that, but Will called it that, so I'm cool with going with it. Joining me today to talk about sports and anything that's sports adjacent, coughing off mic, wearing a giant t-shirt, it's Dylan Shivery.
You know, Errol Spence may be the truth. That may be accurate.
Yeah?
But Errol Spence has not traded hands with one of the hunks who moved our furniture in the other day, as he claims he can beat Canelo in a boxing match. So if he can take Canelo, you got to think he's got a good chance against Errol Spence as well.
I think
tend
so.
to believe the hunk, David.
Yeah, no, I think based upon what I saw from this particular hunk, he's got a fighter's chance, a puncher's chance. KJ's out. And let me be the first to congratulate KJ and his wife on bringing in a beautiful baby girl, Camille,
Great
into
name.
the world. So, yeah, he's out this week. I bet he's back next week. I hope he can come down, check out the new stew.
Big ups to the Ellis fam.
Shout out to the Ellis fam. In his place, filling the shoes of just the guy who knows what he's talking about on this show. It's Brett Merriman, big game.
Yeah, congratulations to KJ on the birth of his second child. Hopefully, I can fill in as a family of one right now. I can't compete with a family of four, but I'm going to do my best here today, Dave. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I didn't. You know, we would have gotten somebody else had we looked for someone maybe like a nuclear family to sit there, but you know, I don't think it's really needed for this.
They're saying bring back the nuclear family, Dave.
Really?
Yeah. It was in Ponte Vedra or wherever that certain club is.
Did you guys? We don't have to talk Errol Spence at this point, but I would like to talk hunks because
Brett's here?
Dylan, A, Brett's here. B, it's very rare that like people find out what we do and then want to keep asking questions about what we do, because I feel like it gets to a point where they're like, okay, I don't know. Well, the hunks found out we do podcasts, and they found out there was a sports podcast, and for the next hour, we were just getting the most random sports questions. Cowboys, what do you guys think about this, like that? And then it turned into this guy saying he used to fight, and he knows the secret to beating Canelo, which I will not reveal the secret because I think that would be improper. It's
I'll reveal it. He hit him with a jab.
He's gonna jab him to death.
He's going to jab him to death.
No one's thought of this yet against Canelo.
Yeah.
Was he a lefty? Did he say he was a lefty? Southpaw?
I think he was a southpaw.
So that's interesting.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Are you starting to buy stock in the hunk?
I would. I mean, I asked Dylan when I walked in, I was like, hey, I heard somebody ordered a post-grad hunt to help with the move. That's because I walked in. But then the college hunts walked in and it was game over.
Yeah.
Did check their transcripts, by the way.
You did.
One of them is a poli-sci major.
Okay.
Other one is undeclared. He doesn't know what he wants to do yet. He might go into business. He's not real sure.
Weren't a couple people on North Carolina's basketball team undeclared that year?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they didn't
I think they
didn't take their studies very seriously.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. What was the scandal there?
They weren't going to class and shit,
Yeah,
right?
It
was
literally
egregious.
had a bunch of people doing
Fake classes, right?
Everything for them, yeah.
Weren't there fake classes set up? Maybe that was a different college scandal.
There was one extremely fake class, and then they would take like weather and climate.
Fuck yeah.
And
Let's
have
go.
people go do everything for them. Like egregious levels of athletes not going to school. But like
Love it.
Cardale Jones said, I'm not here to do school.
Same. Completely understand. Oh man, I forgot about that. It's all coming back to
Former
me.
Bills great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what are we doing today? We're going to talk anything else on the hunks?
They did a fine job. They got in, they got out. They were only here for like 2.5 hours, man.
The awkward thing with moving is when you hire movers and you're just kind of standing there watching them carry something very heavy and you want to help, but you don't want to get in their way. So you kind of like, hey, you guys need it? And they don't. They don't need anything you can provide. They're ready. They're hunks for a reason.
Scale of difficult jobs that movers have to do, this was very low. This is like a 2.5 on the like difficulty scale. We didn't have much stuff, especially for hunks.
And we did tip cash, and I'm hoping the kid that I gave the cash to shared it amongst the other fellows.
Oh, I made sure to give it to one of the kids in front of the main guy, the guy.
Okay.
Okay.
I was like, hey, this is for everybody. So they took care of it.
He's the kid who said, hey, what's up, my guy? Y'all got any Kleenex?
Yeah.
Hey, did at any point during the move they come up to you with they call in a manager with a clipboard and a piece of paper on the clipboard saying that we now need to charge you $500 more because the move is taking longer than we thought?
That did not happen.
Exact opposite, actually.
Really? Oh,
the
that's
amount
cool.
we paid was actually less than the quote they initially gave us.
These are the honest hunks.
Because
that's interesting.
They were efficient hunks as well as being just honest.
So you're saying that my hunch that I got, like when I got 2 men in a truck, when I was charged double.
2 men, 1 truck.
Yeah, 2 men, 1 truck, and
2 men in a hunk is
probably the
No.
balance I was looking for.
That's tough. So what if you hadn't signed off on it?
I think they would have stopped moving my stuff, and then I'm in a real world of hurt because then I would have a couch in the hallway and stuff on a truck that I couldn't really get to.
Well, you know,
have
it's
to call
called an
Cool Adam
estimate
over.
for a reason. It's
Yeah.
an estimation of how much it's going to cost. And
But-
it's not a binding.
The problem I had with it was the stuff was right. The stuff was correct. It was the walk from my apartment to the elevator to the truck that was wrong.
Yeah, this was a dream move for them. They had no stairs, no long hallways to. I guess there was one hallway, but it's not even bad.
No.
Straightforward, just hunk shit, man.
They did well. They did get blood on the couch.
That's all right.
Well, when
we'll remember him by that.
We're about to donate that couch, and hopefully they don't check for blood when the Salvation Army comes to pick it up.
If we ever want to clone one of the hunks, we could just clone the guy who bled on our couch using his DNA.
How close are we to cloning as like a human?
We've been there for a long time.
For real?
We're cloning gay frogs.
You can clone. They clone animals all the time.
Yeah, I know the sheep and stuff, but like, can you clone a human?
It's just like unethical, so they don't do it. We can
No, they
clone
do
people.
it. I believe there's some stuff going on in China.
Would you want to clone?
Brett's
of yourself?
looking it up.
No, I'm adding to the run it back.
Would you want a clone of yourself? It's a
Yes, I
simple
would.
question.
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
It'd be all right.
Because then I have a
all right.
backup
Folks.
meat.
Folks, they're cloning everyone.
But like, I think there's like experiments being done where it's like, okay, your arm was bitten off by a shark. Let's clone a new arm for Brett using your DNA.
Absolutely, I'm down.
Well,
Give me a
that's
Brett,
cloning.
like a Brett farm.
I don't know if
Can't you
cloning is
just-
the word for it.
Can't you
but-
just stem cell that stuff though?
STEMI? Hit him with the STEMI?
Yeah, women and stem cells.
You know what I'm more into? Coloning. Brings us to our new sponsor, Cool Water Cologne. I'm kidding, guys. They're not a sponsor.
Come on, guys, grow up.
Did you guys check out any of the RBC heritage? Because it turns out Texas is back. Dylan.
Oh yeah.
2 weeks in a row, baby.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row.
I'm wearing my burnt orange today for that reason.
It's not really burnt orange. More salmon.
Shades.
No, it's definitely orange.
Peachy.
That's not salmon, dog.
Dylan, no offense, but
My
I
one
want to set this one
takeaway.
out.
My one takeaway from the golf, Dave, is that Patrick Cantley, you can't go in the bunker like that after you saw Jordan do that. And then 2, Hilton Head's tight. I want to go there.
Yeah.
Again, I actually went there when I was 12. But
I mean, you know how Hilton Head got its name, right?
Here we go.
oh boy, how did
I don't know. I feel like it's got to have something to do with the Hilton family, right?
Paris?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I was asking. Yeah, we had Jordan Spieth winning. He's back in a playoff over Cantlay. Fun tournament all around. Had a fun leaderboard. I had our boy HV3 in the mix.
My dude.
It was a good time. He didn't get it done. We're still looking for that first PGA dub, but it's gonna happen.
How did Spieth handle the flat stick?
Not well. Putted very, very poorly. Ball striking, great. I think above average. He's been hitting his irons very well. I mean, putting his round Saturday. You saw he missed that tap
That's all.
in.
That's all that I saw. So I was wondering if it was just a fluky little
Yeah.
quick putt, or if he's really struggling like with his short ones.
No, he has been putting horribly. He putted poorly at Augusta. He putted horribly the week before, and he putted. If he had putted just, I think, average this week, I think he would have ran away with it.
He's still got the bombs though. Like he's good. He from 25 plus, he's often closer than from like 4 feet.
The talking point with that is it's like, okay, that's a cool party trick, but it's not sustainable. And it's like, I mean, what if it is for him? Like, what if he is the howler? I mean, it's gotten him a green jacket. It's gotten him an Open championship.
But there was a point though where like I think 2 or 3 guys were at 13, and like Lowry was at 14. I didn't think anybody. I didn't think Jordan had a chance. I mean, he was on.
He posted
16.
66.
Yeah, he didn't birdie 16. He didn't birdie 17.
He went off
like,
an hour before the leaders.
Yeah.
And well, no, dude, watching Lowry
Meltdown.
just chip one into the water.
And Van Rooyen meltdown.
Oh yeah, ERV.
He was at 14.
What do you think of ERV's stash?
Hate it.
A little much. Makes me want to shave my stash.
I get it from a branding perspective, but
did you guys see? I should have pulled this up for Adam to put up. But did you see Dylan Fratelli's shot?
Out of the tree?
I did.
Caught in the moss. That was actually a 2-stroke penalty, unbeknownst to him.
That was sick.
It was really sick.
I think even if you knew that was going to be a 2-stroke penalty, you still do it just for like the cool factor to it. That was sick.
Why is it a 2-stroke penalty? I saw the tweet saying he was like weirdly not addressing the ball correctly or something.
Yeah, he was standing adjacent, right? Is that right?
So
Wait, is that why the penalty?
Yeah, let me get you.
Like in theory, if he was standing
astride.
Yeah. What does that even mean?
It says standing astride of his intended line of play. So he's like,
oh, that's illegal?
Yeah, so
Why?
you can't putt between your legs like if you're straddling the ball.
Wait, why though?
I don't know.
I didn't know that was a rule. So I mean, if he didn't even know that was a rule, he's a professional golfer. That's weird.
I thought so.
But that's just how you get down, dog.
Maybe because it would create an advantage putting because you could theoretically like just kind of
like mallet style putting.
Yeah,
like
croquet.
Croquet.
Yeah.
It's actually Rule 10.1c, 10.1c, making stroke while standing across or on line of play.
So it's okay to flip to go lefty.
So if he had,
you can side saddle.
If he stood to the side and hit it kind of like that,
yes,
it would have been fine.
Correct.
Oh, I thought the penalty was because he took like foliage down with his swing or something. Like there's some kind of weird rule like that too, I think. But anyway, that's weird.
All in all, big dub for Spieth. Didn't look good on 18 where he's woefully short going into the green, and then Cantlay, as Brett mentioned, did the same thing and caught that bad lie, fried egg.
Horrendous lie.
Horrendous. Was hoping for a little bit more drama there at the end. Was hoping maybe Spieth had a 15-footer or one of those 20-footers that you mentioned.
Sure.
To win it, but it didn't happen. He was awesome out of the sand. You think he holed out a couple times? He holed out yesterday on like hole 1 or 2 for eagle, and that put him right back in it. So,
last point on the RBC, I tweeted this yesterday, but Jim Nantz going from the Final Four all week to Masters all week to Hilton Head all week, pretty good little stretch for our boy on CBS.
Doing well.
He's got a good gig.
Some are saying he's living his best life.
Do you
He
think
got past the
home?
divorce. The divorce was tough on him. Everybody knows that.
Oh, was he really?
It was apparently a bad one. Like it was like,
okay.
yeah, I don't know why I know all these details, but like him on the stand, like during the proceedings, like crying and stuff. So,
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
America's Dad, Jim Nantz.
yeah.
I didn't realize
Is
that.
that what people are saying?
Is he remarried now?
Is that the thing people say? I didn't
No.
want to like question it, but I don't know.
Who's America's Dad then?
Tom Hanks?
Oh, okay.
Us and Chet, of course. That's our dad.
Chet's your dad.
My island boy.
Chet's dad is Tom Hanks, but he's
Right.
also our
American.
dad.
Okay, gotcha.
This
I'll
guy.
take that.
This fucking guy.
Good for Jim Nantz. Glad he's doing well for himself.
Speaking of doing well, we've got Cold Stove Brett on. Not just Brett, Cold Stove Brett. He's
We
going to
talking puck, man.
Tell us about the puck. Tell me about my Stars. I think
Tell you what.
4-point lead in the standings.
Stars are in good shape. Your Vegas Golden Knights, Dylan, are less than 30% chance to make the playoffs.
That's all right, man.
now.
That's all right.
You've never missed the playoffs in your history.
I know that, man.
You have the
He
Ice
definitely
Man
knew that.
and the Stone Man.
Stone Man.
Are we healthy?
No,
Stoneman's
Riley-
been hurt.
Stone Man's back. He's back.
Okay.
Riley Smith is now out, though.
That's a tough one.
Smitty, come on, dog.
Yeah, that's tough. So, I don't know.
How's the Ike man playing, though?
He's playing well. I
Not an
don't think he's
approved
100%.
Is
But
he dangling?
he dangled. He had a really nice one-timer against Calgary last night.
He dangles, Dave.
Catch me in the backyard dangling, getting some vitamin D on my testes. It's a callback to circling back. Hope you guys listen to both. Check us out. Okay, Adam, don't write that down.
Yeah, the puck is coming down to the wire now. The East is more or less set. And by more or less, I mean it is set. There's 8 teams. We know which 8 are going to the playoffs. The West, it's either going to be as it is now, or Dallas is going to drop out, or LA is going to drop out and give Vegas their spot. Basically, Vegas is the team on the outside looking in with Dallas, Nashville, and the Los Angeles Kings.
How good are the Wild? Because
Very-
when I
very
was
good.
back in Duncanville over the weekend, I watched a little Stars Wild, and I was very impressed with them.
Consensus best trade deadline of any team in the league.
Seems
they got
like it.
better. They got better.
They move the puck very well. Watching them is a lot more fun than watching the Stars.
they can
'cause Stars
straight-
are kind of tough to watch.
They can straight cycle that puck.
Wow.
Kirill Kaprizov,
We're killing
a
this.
Russian stud. They just have Kevin Fiala, great player. Foligno. They have guys like Kalen Addison, Matt Boldy, Boston College grad, Dylan.
Of course.
Dylan knows
Jerry
that.
York retiring as the BC
Obviously.
men's coach after 28 years.
He had a great run.
5 natties over
I
50
know.
years in college hockey.
I know,
Damn, I had
sick.
more than 5 natties over the weekend.
He drinks beer, man.
Yeah,
It's
Adam.
fret. Some fret shit.
it is. So
Fuck
hockey's coming down to the wire. Did you see today Marshawn Lynch is now the co-owner or minority owner of the
Kraken.
Seattle Kraken.
I did. I saw that. I saw him taking the Zamboni for a spin.
See him ghost riding the Zamboni.
Dude, that is huge for them.
and Macklemore. I didn't know what he was up to these days.
I got to tell you, I don't care about Macklemore.
That's Dave's favorite rapper. He always says that
he's a golf guy. He's like the tour whenever they need like a cool like musician. He's always playing the celeb tournaments. He has like a golf brand.
Yeah, it sounds like he doesn't have a lot going on.
Dave gets pumped up before every episode by listening to Macklemore.
Can I
Really?
tell you a
Did you
true
say
story?
Macklemore?
Why, like, what I think of when I think of Macklemore? I think of when I was in New Orleans for my buddy's 30th birthday, and it was right when I wanna pop some tags. That song,
Yeah.
like probably his best song if you're gonna really rank them. It's right when that dropped, and we're in a place called the not the Nugget, but the Gold,
Rick's
the
Cabaret.
the Gold Mine or the Saloon or something off Bourbon, great bar. And I passed out standing up at the bar and had to leave. And I just remember that song playing when I came to.
You passed out like a horse.
I fell asleep standing up, like just kind of leaned against the bar and like, dude, you gotta get your boy out of here.
It's weird because like
That's
every,
when it's time to go.
Yeah,
every drink has more sugar in it than I've ever seen.
yeah.
We have,
Good job,
we have
Adam.
delivery at the door.
We have
this
chairs.
is going to be tough.
Right?
wow.
The chairs
Yeah.
are
Quite the
Oh,
delivery.
yeah.
Does Will
Oh,
see what's going
man.
on?
No, Will's taking a Mondo dump.
Will's pooping right now.
When did we hear? Like, when did Mondo happen? Did you guys see something over the weekend that was Mondo?
I don't know. I think
Rocket
it might've-
Power. Did you
I
watch
think it
Rocket
might've
Power
came
with
from the
Rhodes?
Tim Robinson.
Hey, this might throw a huge wrench in things, and here's why.
Speaking of,
We paid for the white glove delivery service, which means they assemble inside the office. And if that's the case, we might be in trouble here.
Did we know that they were maybe they're just delivering?
Is
these
this the
and-
whole shipment or just chairs?
oh,
Be a real
Will-
shame if we had to
Will-
stop this really good pod.
Will just did a head shake.
Go fuck him up, Will. Will's not really taking a Mondo dump. He's gonna go talk to these guys.
Yeah, figure it out. Do you know what to say? Okay.
Anyway, how are the Sabes looking?
Dave, what they're saying in Buffalo is there's good vibes. Good vibes for the first time in a decade. Now the record.
Did y'all get rid of the Pellegrinos or whatever?
No, the Padulas, Arugula Padulas should be in prison, but
Not the Pellegrinos, dog.
they're still there, Dave. Unfortunately, they're
I can make that joke.
they're scumbags, scum of the earth people. But the Sabres have
Okay.
good vibes. They're
Other than
optimistic. They have a good record over the last 2 months or so. The boys are coming together, playing hard for Coach Donnie Granato, Donnie Meatballs, Dylan.
Of course.
Yeah,
Boys are coming together, playing hard.
Danu Granado.
Sounds like me and my friends growing up.
Donnie G. His wife, or excuse me, his sister,
All
Tammy
right.
Granato.
Hey, Donate.
Tammy Granato, USA hockey women's Olympian.
Well, obviously.
Right.
Tammy Granado.
Everybody knows that story.
Cammy Granado.
Cammy Granado.
No, the Saves are playing well. It's unfortunate because I wish they would just lose all their games so they get a better draft pick, Dave.
Right.
The tanking.
That's where we are. Yeah.
Right. Have you guys seen this this style of point systems that would basically eliminate taking, but also reward the worst teams in the league? I think it's called like the Fox method. There's some method to it. So it's basically once you're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, you get rewarded by how many wins you have after that point. It's like you can, if you have a terrible first 3 months of the season, basketball, same thing, and you're like technically out of the playoffs.
It's a consolation prize.
Then you turn it up, so you play hard, and you're rewarded for every point you get after you're eliminated.
That's kind of interesting.
I thought it was.
I think the way the NBA does it, it's a pretty good way of like. I mean, you can still tank and get a better chance at the top pick.
Yeah,
the lottery system.
Yeah,
but
the NHL does that.
It's not a guarantee, right? So the way the NFL does it, man, it just promotes tanking too much. But anyway, it's a different day.
Are your Mavs tanking the playoff series, Dave?
Oh, dude, what are you doing?
Jump right into it.
What are you doing?
Well, that's all we have on hockey until the playoffs heat up. Listen to Cold Stove Podcast.
Stars have a good.
Stars are good.
Let's talk rollback
knock on
first.
wood.
Before we get to the NBA, Dave's got some shit to say.
Promo Cold Stove, and then we'll do that.
Yeah,
Cold Stove Podcast. Myself and NRD, NHL Rumors Daily, on once a week. Anywhere you find your podcasts, get some hockey knowledge.
Just boys talking puck, really.
Breaking news: we had on Liam McHugh.
Top titties.
Dylan didn't know who Liam McHugh was. And
Slap
I was like,
shots.
oh, it's Liam McHugh. And he's like, oh shit,
We're
that's
talking,
really cool.
we get on there. We talk top titties. We talk like glove side, fucking wristers and shit.
Dude, top and titties.
We're talking dangle. We're cycling pucks.
If
We're,
you had
we're
to
dumping
guess,
and chasing.
We're doing wristers.
When somebody says Dylan, did you see the guy do the Michigan last night? What would you guess the Michigan?
Ooh,
is?
the Michigan I would guess would be like the wraparound goal.
Nope. The Michigan is when you have a podcast called Sunday Scaries and you just get up in the middle of the sports pod and take a Mondo dump.
Am I right?
Dylan's right.
I'm
yeah.
kidding.
The
He didn't even
wraparound
take
where they
a
lift
dump.
the puck.
The
up.
wraparound.
Yeah.
Because I
You
saw
did.
the
That's
Michigan
good.
guy did it. Yeah.
There you
Some
go.
kids did it. Some
talking
some
about you
peewees.
son of a gun. What's that shot technically called? The wraparound?
Well, the wraparound is where it stays on the ice, but the Michigan's where you basically
Elevate
fletch your stick enough that
Yeah.
the puck sticks
You
to
pick
your
it up.
stick and
Yeah.
pick it up. Lacrosse goal kind of deal.
It seems like that should be illegal.
It's controversial. I mean,
Old
it
time-
happens like once every 5 years.
Old time hockey folk are not thrilled when it happens. They're like,
Oh,
yeah,
I can
you're,
imagine.
you're getting our game too fancy.
I'll just go wrist on you. You know,
Speaking of going wrist on you,
rollback. Oh, this is Mondo dump number 2 for Brett. He got up.
it's our first tea break during Too Much Dip.
All right, look, let's talk rollback while Brett's doing his thing.
Look at this hat I'm wearing. You see what I'm doing? You see how I'm living? I'm wearing a rollback hat. This has transcended my gym hat. It is now my just hangout hat. I love it. I have to wash it because I sweat a lot at the gym.
So I'm gonna hit
It's a
y'all.
great hat.
I'm gonna hit y'all with the promo code. They're gonna talk rollback for 30 seconds to a minute. I'm gonna hit you the promo code again. Backer20 is the promo code. Backer20.
It's a one-time use code.
20% off.
20% off, which is a
One-time
good
use.
deal.
So if you want to buy an athletic tee, and you should because they're dope, don't use the code on just a t-shirt because you're going to get it and you're going to want to buy more stuff. You're not going to be able to. It's a one-time use. That's what that means.
He's explaining it well.
So load your shopping cart. Throw some polos in there. Get a QZ. They have dope hoodies. We love their hoodies.
yeah.
And of course, the athletic tee, like I mentioned, all their stuff is phenomenal. We went to a golf tournament recently, and the stuff was absolutely everywhere. Like, people are catching on. This stuff is very hot. We love it. Brett
What's that phase, Adam?
just chooses weird times to use the restroom.
Man, I did not have Brett as the first person to get up mid-pod in the new studio. But
Again, Backer20, the number 20, Backer20 will get you 20% off at checkout.
check it out. Yeah, so what was that, Brett? You were asking me about the Mavs?
Well, why is Adam laughing so hard? Am I getting clowned for going pee?
No.
That was a quick dump, dude.
It was a pee. It was a number one.
All right, man.
For some
Continue,
reason,
Brett.
when it flushed, Adam made a face, and I was looking at him.
This is a new experience for us, Adam. Grow up.
It's a new experience for everyone. It's hard to podcast in a wide open warehouse. It just feels like I'm in
My favorite Dixie Chick song.
You can just do what I do. I just go.
Dave Matthews song.
I walk around. I just pee outside.
Open warehouse.
You walk around outside?
I pee behind the building.
I've thought about that. I guarantee there's a time where I have to do that.
No, but I mean, I probably will at some point.
Yeah,
No, I
absolutely.
absolutely will.
Hey, do we have roof access?
To what?
The roof.
No.
Randy was wondering about that. I'm asking on behalf of Randy.
What does he want to do up there?
That's a great question.
Get some
What
tan
is-
you want to tan his balls up there?
Yeah,
gonna do?
testicle tanning.
That's what the Dave's backyard is.
Everybody's doing it.
Why does he want to know?
Dude, I can't testicle tan. You know why? My neighbors have a 2-story house and they can see right into my backyard and they've got little kids. And the last thing I need is those little kids to see me tanning my testicles.
Right. You follow me?
Do you
I'm
tan
going
your,
with that.
I saw the testicle tanning is like what you do. They have the machine for it. Do you remember the
infrared.
beehole
red light.
bathing?
Yeah.
Where you
Oh yeah. Dave does that too.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. Guy earlier, we were reading a story. A guy wrote about it doing this 4 years ago. He said he tried it and he said he
Are you gonna
popped
try?
off the biggest load of his life. Is
Are
what
you
he
gonna
literally
excuse-
said.
What?
Are you gonna try to get the infrared light?
No, I think those are really expensive. Well, but you know what? If I'm doing content, then the company has to pay for it. So I guess I'll get
know
it.
if that's true.
Yeah, it's a tough scene for the Mavs. Luka's still out. He's doubtful for tonight. He probably won't play tonight. If the Mavs go down 0-2, I don't know if you bring him back. I just don't. I mean, you're not going to win. Look,
who do they have? Who are they
the
playing?
Jazz,
The Jazz, Utah.
a team that I think most people would agree when healthy, the Mavs with Luka beat that team. And it's just tough because they're getting killed on the boards. Their offense kind of stalled. They put up a valiant effort. They had a chance. They had it to one point game in the last couple minutes, but it's not great. They play tonight in Dallas, and if they can steal this one, maybe you see Luka. Maybe he sits game 3, comes back game 4, and you try to split and come back home.
Okay.
I don't know.
Are they playing at home right now, Dave?
Yes, they are.
Was there any shot you would go up for a game?
Schedule permitting, yeah. I went to a game last year, but it's just tough. It sucks. It really sucks. You know, you got hurt in the last game of the season. Calf injuries are not anything to play around with. People keep pointing to the Kevin Durant Achilles tear that happened when he was coming back after his calf injury.
Oh, is that because there's excess stress placed on a different?
That's
part
the
of body?
thought. I've not heard a sports physician be like, no, that showed this causality there,
So-
but it was speculated that because the Achilles does have two muscles on it, and they're both part of the calf.
Do you want me to ask John Brankus, sports scientist, right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he here?
I have his number.
You want to call him on the pod?
JB?
It sounds like you guys are on a first name basis, even a nickname
Yeah,
basis, really.
I actually went to a Super Bowl party with him one year.
That's cool.
Decent guy.
Sounds like a good dude.
That's sick, man.
Who do you have in the playoffs, Dylan?
Who do I have in the playoffs?
Yeah, who's your team?
He hasn't watched a game.
Yeah, I'm a big Giannis guy because I too played a lot of basketball in Greece recently. No, but the Bucks are a very, very good basketball team. I'm rocking with them.
Had a little scare. A little bit closer than it should have been against the Bulls yesterday, but
I thought the Bulls were like a bad team. They're the 6th seed. Didn't see that. And then Golden State's a 3, and they seem to me like they just go in and out of being either the best team in the league or the worst team in the league based on when Klay Thompson is healthier.
that's pretty much accurate. I mean,
Sure.
when healthy, that team is probably a top 2 team in the West. I mean, they were. What did they finish at this year? 3.
3,
Yeah,
yeah.
had to play. Got the Nuggets. Got the guy who's probably going to get MVP, Jokic, and
He's
it's a
good
tough
player, man.
matchup. You do not. You do not want to land the Warriors in the first round.
It's nice
especially
to
if-
see Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh with a 1 seed in the East. Miami Heat playing the Atlanta Hawks.
but neither of those guys play basketball anymore.
Really?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's this ain't your grandma's Heat.
Le-
Still hate 'em.
LeBron's Cavs didn't make it, unfortunately. Yes.
No, lost the
He plays
playing
for the
game.
Lakers.
So the Rajon Rondo-led Celtics are playing Brooklyn, who have Kevin Durant.
Just say yes.
No,
Just say yes.
dude,
we'll move on.
you're so wrong.
I'm stuck perpetually with basketball. In like
Did you say the
2012.
Rajon Rondo led Celtics? No, he hasn't
Yeah.
been on the Celtics until
was a big three.
Mavs famously traded for Rajon Rondo and then he quit in the first round of the playoffs and just gave up on the team. Yeah, he was kind of a piece of shit in Dallas. I don't know how he is now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how much of that is Rick Carlisle, but people in Dallas do not think fondly of Rondo.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, a little fun fact. Look, the Suns look really, really good.
Suns are good.
The Suns are good. We might be due for a rematch, Suns Bucks, but Philly might have something to say about that.
Does Kendall Jenner go to the games?
I'm sorry?
Does Kendall Jenner go to the D-Bucks games?
Yeah, she does.
That's cool. Imagine that. Like my billionaire girlfriend's on the court checking the game out.
That's nice.
Kendall.
Did you guys see Kyrie flip off the crowd?
I did, man. Not just once.
Did that piss you off?
A couple of different times.
What if
some people were mad.
if we made a T-shirt?
Okay.
Look, I'm on Team Kyrie on this one, man.
I am too. I don't care.
I mean,
Kyrie's a
there's
weirdo.
only so much you can take from people just calling, like you said, they're calling him pussy, bitch, probably some other colorful language in there that he didn't want to say.
This is Boston too.
Yeah, and it's like
Not the best track record.
Considering what they were saying to him, a finger's nothing. Like, go fuck yourself.
I don't. That doesn't bother me unless it gets physical. But just throwing the birds, I think sports in general would benefit from just double bird in a crowd after like hitting a game winner or something, or what maybe you think is a game winner. Turns out it wasn't, because they lost.
He had a hell of a basketball game, though.
He's a baller, dude. People forget. Yeah, he's got a lot of
good.
takes, but he could still ball. Still one of the best players in the
league. His departure from Boston, was it ugly? I don't remember. I mean, or did they take it like
it was? Yeah, I'm trying to remember the
like,
circumstances.
You don't want to play in my city, so fuck you, kind of thing.
It was a weird deal.
Okay.
If Boston, if New York was to play, or Brooklyn were to play Toronto in a series, would he not be allowed to play the Toronto games because of the vaccination record?
I believe so, unless that's been lifted. But I feel like Canada's way more strict. So I don't
believe
think
they are. I know there's a lot of baseball teams running into problems with the Blue Jays.
Yeah,
Then that's leave their unvaxxed squad at home.
Yeah, which is a good segue into Major League Baseball, something Brett really wanted to talk about.
See those Mets, Dave?
Let's talk some baseball.
I've seen some Ranger games. I watched a couple Ranger games over the weekend. Turns out Ohtani's still really good. Rangers pitching staff, when I say the worst in baseball, I literally mean the worst in baseball. I think statistically.
What's wrong with them? Are they getting beat like 1 through 5 starters? Are they getting? Is it middle relief?
It's all the above. Bullpen's
Really?
bad. Yeah.
Do they have a closer?
No, I couldn't tell you. Because I didn't. The games I watched, I did not see a closer. It never got to that point. It's not good. The bats are good. Corey Seager, really, really good still. Simeon's having I think off to a good start. They walked. Did you see Joe Madden? Obviously, he's the manager of the Angels.
He walked Seager with the bases loaded.
Down. Not even ahead. First time
Really?
that's happened since the 1800s. Fun fact.
No kidding.
Oh, you mean like while losing?
While losing.
Okay, because Barry Bonds was famously walked with the bases loaded.
A little fun note. This did happen in Rangers history with Josh Hamilton. And it was against the Rays. Manager on the other bench who called that? Joe Madden.
No way.
Fun fact.
Son of a gun.
J Mads.
Jay Mads. Good. I love him. Wish he was in our dugout.
The Rangers ended up losing that game, by the way.
Very cool.
Really?
So,
Yeah.
Good offense. They're going to put runs on the board.
This
They're gonna
sounds
give up
like
a
the
lot.
old. This is the Rangers from like 2000 to 2008, where it was just going to see some home runs. The fireworks are going off. You're going to hear the natural song, but you're going to see some bad pitching. You're going to give up some leads. Yeah, you know it. We need to get that on the board.
That's a great song.
I love it. Weirdly, that movie makes me tear up still.
Oh, big time. Who's this guy? CJ Cron, Dave, who's leading the league in homers.
You tell me.
The Cron man.
Colorado Rockies first baseman, CJ Cron. Tied
great
with
name.
Vladdy Guerrero.
Well, if you're really serious about knowing, he's an American professional baseball first baseman and designated hitter for the Colorado Rockies of Major League Baseball.
How old is this CJ Cron?
That's a great question, Brett. Age 32 years from Fullerton, California.
He's 32?
Yep.
No shit.
Man, Vlad Guerrero Jr. is so much fun to watch.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
player.
That dude mashes.
He hits the ball harder than anybody in the league.
And
Loved his daddy.
He swings like as hard as he can every time he swings. And I
Loved his daddy. Former Ranger great.
Any better name in baseball this year than the Cubs' Seiya Suzuki? Is when he homers. You know what they say, Dylan?
What do they say?
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's Seiya.
Damn.
Seiya. That's a Michael K.
My daughter's just like Sia. You can't see her.
Mm-hmm. Of course, the musician.
You're not
Sia,
there yet. Kanye.
Who covers half of her face at all times.
Did you guys know Cool Adam's going through a Kanye, not a renaissance really, but he's going through all of the discs, the discography, getting caught up on it.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Where are you in it? Just finished college dropout.
That's why
Very
they call
cool.
him the chiropractor.
Okay, explain.
Going through discs.
Good. That's good.
Interesting.
Very good. Anything else on baseball?
Man, no, I'm excited. I watched a full baseball game on Saturday. at a
What?
bar. Yeah. Full Strohs game at a bar.
I've
It's
been
kinda
watching
fun.
a lot of
Wait,
baseball,
wait.
actually.
Were you at like a bar by yourself?
No, I was with
Okay.
Caroline, my girlfriend.
Y'all did a bar for 3+ hours?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, but it's just
It was like, you sit down, you have a couple beers, and
yeah. No, I don't think it's weird or anything. It's impressive you stuck with the game that long. I guess if that's what's on TV, that's what you're watching.
you don't have much of a choice.
Also on the baseball front, the Oakland Athletics, Northwest Little League, 7-year-old team, they beat the Padres 17-2 last week.
Oh my God.
My son's team is just absolutely tearing the cover off the ball,
yeah.
led by him, of course. But no, they're putting the ball in play.
Where's that bat in the lineup?
They move him around.
Yeah.
It's like don't want to hurt their feelings. Like he'll bat clean up and he'll bat 7th, 4th, just everywhere, every position they play too.
It's nice to have some of that bat speed in the bottom of the order.
They ruled the Padres, dog.
Oof. Do you need more dip for him? I got some in the car.
He's not dipping yet.
No.
He's
Yeah.
7, so
He actually is. He doesn't have it in his mouth. He has it between his toes.
yeah. He doesn't
Really?
He wants his coach to see him spitting, so he just swallows it. Actually,
Wow. Oh man. There's Harold Varner III, when he in between shots, he throws a hammer in.
I think a lot of those guys do.
Good for them.
I know Koepka does.
Speaking of baseball, Dylan, how are the Longhorns doing?
they just dropped the series to Kansas State. They're slipping hard. They're not very good. I mean, they have some good bats, some really good bats, but their pitching staff is really failing them. So, I'm paying less attention to them right now than I was. It's unfortunate.
Same with the Ole Miss Rebels. They're not even ranked right now.
What?
They were the number 1 team in the league.
That doesn't make sense.
Oh my
Tennessee is
God.
very good. Very good.
You know who the number 9 team is currently? Your Texas State Bobcats.
Come on, really?
Eat them
Oh,
up,
yeah.
bitch.
Let's flippin' go.
God, Ole Miss. Woof. Got a team too.
The Hispanic Titanic, last I checked, was leading all of college baseball in home runs. He hit 2 the other night. Took the lead. The dude just absolutely mashes,
They
man.
need to get some pitching down here, though.
Who has his rights?
Whoa. He hasn't been drafted.
Oh, okay.
The draft is upcoming, I believe.
Cool. I'll be rooting for the Hispanic Titanic.
Yeah, I don't know how he projects to the next level, but
Is he
he
just-
absolutely mashes.
When he doesn't mash, is it like a guaranteed out? Is that kind of the deal with him?
No, he hits for average too.
Really?
He was up until recently he was hitting over 400,
Okay.
and he now has 16 bombs. Last I checked, I could also just look up his numbers, but
What's,
he's doing very well.
What's Parks Chevrolet betting?
He's batting probably around probably like 380, I would say.
Okay. Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Hot's Hall of
course.
Fame.
Yeah, he's doing well, man. His swing now compared to when the season started, completely different. Dude's got
Okay.
some. He's got some confidence, man.
What's if you have discussed this before, I'm sorry, but how do you get out in that? Like if you hit the ball, is it just can you get out at all?
You can get out. They just don't make plays because they're 6 and 7 years old.
Yeah.
The chances of like a third baseman fielding
Just
a ground
an
ball,
absolute
and throwing
seed over to first.
is like quite literally 0%. So just put the ball in play, and if you hit it a ground ball to first baseman, he might grab it and step on first.
Or you might just grab it and
But if
look around.
someone has to make a throw, you're on base.
Okay.
Is it true that the other night, the A's, the Athletics, your son's team, they were up big? I think it was like 16-2. Is it true that Parks stole second, and it really pissed off the other team?
No.
Okay. Just making sure he didn't violate the unwritten rules of baseball.
Yeah,
You don't do that, dude. You just can't do that when you're up that much.
Right. Yeah.
Well, cool. Baseball. We're a baseball pod now. You want to do a little sports party?
Sure.
We're fucking breezing through this rundown. This is an efficient pod.
Do we need more stuff?
No, I mean, there's no time.
More sports?
No, look.
Talk Ole Miss football.
Melendez
Spring practice.
was
Is
just
currently
not.
batting .388 and with 16 bombs, by the way.
Okay. That's solid.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Let's party.
Let's party.
This is the segment where we talk about sports and party at the same time.
This bug's about to get it, dog.
What is it?
I don't know,
We have a
man.
bug problem?
It's messing with the wrong podcast host, though. I'll tell you that.
You guys watch any USFL? Because it's back.
It's pretty depressing.
Because there's no fans.
There's no fans and the football is very bad.
And some of the teams, well, give them time.
Yeah, it's like minor league football. I can't do it.
I have not watched. I will give it a shot.
What's this dude with the pizza chicken situation? What happened there?
That's so this
You
guy
see
got
that video?
cut? I didn't actually watch it with sound. I was
Oh
driving.
yeah, he got cut because he wanted to order pizza over chicken salad.
And that wasn't like according to diet or
Yeah, it
something?
wasn't like coach was like, "Well, fuck that."
What position?
I'm unclear. I didn't really read into the story a whole lot.
You gotta
I know
think he wasn't a star, right?
Okay. Probably not. That probably doesn't get you run off if you're really good. But I feel like unless you're eating pizza like every day or multiple times a week, eating some pizza after like practice, working out, like it's not going to hurt you that much.
And it's Bay.
This guy's probably burning like 8,000 calories a day.
You know that cheese is not bad for you.
Correct.
The FDA has said as much.
That's a secret to my longevity. That's how I lived to 110 years old.
A player who spends all 10 weeks of the season on an active USFL roster will make $45,000. They're also giving victory bonuses worth $850.
Not much, but
Wouldn't call it a lot, but
okay.
10 weeks, 45 grand. Okay.
That's cool. I mean, maybe you get the call up. Maybe you catch some scouts' eyes.
That's got to be the whole goal with this, right? Is somebody pops.
I think a lot of, yeah, for sure. And I think a lot of it is like a testing ground for stuff that the NFL wants to maybe, like, aren't they doing the chip football? The chipped, not a football made of chips. I'd play if that were the case.
You would just eat it, though.
You'd never see the ball because I just ate it.
Klein is a football that you can remove the top and dip queso out of it.
Does he really?
Yeah, it's really good.
That's cute.
Velveeta and Rotel.
Yeah, so they're gonna, I don't know, they've got a different kickoff style. I'll check it out.
There was drones or something. People were
There
all,
are drones. There's you get some sick drone shots. You get some awful cam reviews, but you also get some sick ones. It's the duality of man, duality of football, yin and the yang.
Right.
Was there some sort of POV thing too?
No, that's
That's
what you
what
watch
Dylan
in your
said.
private time.
I know there's a joke to be made there. I get that it's a thing,
Pornography.
but there was also, I think they like literally put a POV cam on somebody, whether it's the quarterback.
there was
or
a
the
helmet
running back.
cam.
Yeah, there's a helmet cam somewhere.
Problem is
Okay.
when you start.
There's not a whole lot of
It's a little
stability. Yeah,
He
Correct.
gets his bell wrong. You know, you're looking up at the sky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
that's what my ears sound like when I get my bell rung.
Exciting news out of the golf world.
Sure.
Might be getting an Anthony Kim documentary.
Ooh, I'd watch that.
Oklahoma State?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Sorry.
Oh, you.
Sorry, Sooners.
Don't
He,
apologize to
this is
them.
per Alan Shipnuck in a Golf Digest article mentioned that, he's had an interesting, he's obviously has not been playing professional golf for the last almost decade, really. And going to get a documentary because people want to know what he's doing, where he's
All
at.
of that shit.
Is he the one with the insurance policy?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
And people were wondering, is he going to go play one of these other leagues? I don't know how that affects his policy, but I would love to see it. Shout out to AK.
Perhaps
T-Man loves AK.
the Saudi League.
That's been speculated.
Sure. Has there been any feedback, obviously, but has there been any actual action against the folks that are reportedly joining the Saudi League?
No, because Poulter was playing this week or last week. Yeah, he was at the RBC. But no, not to my knowledge. Did you guys see that the Cowboys' second round draft pick last year might have been involved in a murder in Dallas?
I'm sorry?
Kelvin Joseph, aka Boss Man Fat.
Was he the rapper?
Cornerback, yes. Cornerback, LSU, got popped a few times for weed, transferred to Kentucky. Cowboys took him in the second round.
Mhm.
Played a little bit his rookie year. He was okay. It's hard to really compare him because they had Michael Parsons out there, and that was the rookie everybody was talking about. But yeah, there's murder happened in Lower Greenville area of Dallas like over a month ago, and security camera footage came out, and you see an altercation, and you see a guy with a chain that says, I don't know what it says, like YM something something, which is his thing. His hip hop name is Bossman Fat, and this chain is one that he's been pictured wearing in other photos. He cleaned his Instagram, which is not a good move. He issued a statement through his agent saying that, yeah, he was involved in an altercation, but he had nothing to do with any of that, had no intent on being a part of it. Because, like, afterwards, so the fight ended, whatever. Then they got in a car, and it was a drive-by shooting and killed a young man from, I believe, Athens, Texas.
Holy shit.
That's awful.
Yeah, so I mean, we don't know if he was. We don't even know if he was in the car. We don't know if he was the trigger man. We don't know anything. But he is not a suspect, I don't think. But he is. Police do want to talk to him.
I've always said if you're going to be involved in a felony murder, you wear very identifiable jewelry around your neck.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it definitely doesn't make you look guilty when you wipe your entire IG.
Right.
What's the rule on the trigger man versus the guy in the car?
Accessories, potentially.
You're going away. Yeah.
Okay. You're still going away. You're not going to get the trigger man time, but you'll get accessory to the trigger man.
I'm the bag man. I'm not the but I drive. Anyway,
The getaway car.
hey, Sunday Ticket, Apple TV now, after next season, right?
Yeah,
Sunday Ticket is moving.
I would imagine.
Leaving DirecTV.
So what is it? If you were have DirecTV, how much is it?
Good question.
Okay.
No idea.
I'm wondering I'm going to have to add to my Apple TV Plus subscription in order to watch.
Oh yeah. Oh man, it is going to be a pay thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Whatever. I'll stream it illegally. Just kidding. I'd never do that. Hey, Combat Sportsman. Errol Spence defeats Yordanis Ugas. Calls out Bud Crawford. Huge. This is Dallas' own Errol Spence. We let off the podcast with some Michael Irvin, the playmaker audio, who was at the fight and very excited for the hometown kid. This is big. It's biggest win of his career. Called out Terrence Crawford. That's the fight people have been wanting to see for the last 2-3 years. It's going to happen, and it may happen this year. But that will be outside of like Fury Wilder. This will be the biggest fight in boxing because this is one boxing. You know, these guys aren't heavyweights, but this is the fight that boxing fans like want to see.
What's the weight division?
They're fighting at different ones. Let me see what Spence's is technically. I always confuse it with UFC, but I think he's around my weight. He's fighting about 158. Spence weight class.
I'll buy you some time here, Dave.
Good.
Is there any Dylan
Welterweight.
when we're in Cabo for your post-wedding celebrations?
Correct. Yep. We'll be there.
That first Saturday in May, Dilly DeMaio,
Yeah.
is very often one of the best sports Saturdays on the calendar. Have we
It's not
considered
a,
getting
it's not a Saturday. Cinco de Mayo?
that weekend, the Cinco de Mayo
Okay.
weekend? Have we considered how rowdy the bar is going to get when we're watching the Kentucky Derby and or
The
whatever?
Kentucky Derby is that Saturday?
Oh yeah,
Really?
oh yeah.
I didn't know
got?
that. That might change some things.
You got some money on some horses, Dylan?
I'm thinking back to the bar scene there because I've been there. So is Dave. I don't know if there's a bar that has like a TV.
Okay, we might have to.
Might have to just squat up in somebody's
Might have to
room.
squat
or
up,
something. I
okay.
don't know.
Wait, what are we talking about here?
The first Saturday in May, when we're all in Cabo, is a very good sports Saturday traditionally. Now this year, the Kentucky Derby is on that Saturday.
Okay.
Also, there's usually a very good boxing fight and or UFC fight the first Saturday in May.
Okay.
Also, playoff
Remember-
hockey, playoff basketball.
Remember any like poolside TVs or anything, Dave? I don't.
No. There are places. I watched the Bucks.
This is a sexy.
I watched the
resort.
Bucks win the title when I was there.
It's not
No.
a party resort. It's a sexy one.
It is
We're gonna
sexy.
party
No,
there.
people party, but they also have intercourse, sexual sex.
I'm not saying you have to have intercourse there, but
Seriously,
people
Adam.
do.
They do.
That's what they do there.
So it's Alvarez, Dimitri Bivol for May 7th. Canelo.
Canelo,
We'll be in Mexico watching Canelo fight.
Oh,
Dave.
I need to go into town.
You follow me?
Go to Squid Row and watch it.
Us? Squid roll?
Dylan, to answer your question, 12 minutes later, 148 pounds.
Sick. Okay.
147, excuse me.
Okay.
So, that's probably what I would fight at. I can cut down to that. Squish a few apples, rip up some watermelons, go in the tub. The super stage method.
Right. Sweat it out.
That'll be a fun fight. I didn't know that. That's going to be fun. Dude, watching a fight like that the last night in Cabo, that'd be lit.
The Derbs too, man.
That's
Derbs, too.
That's the Kentucky Derby.
Love the
The
Derbs.
draw's not
Derbs.
set yet, but will be soon.
You guys horny for the new match? Got Brady Rogers versus Allen Mahomes. Not
No.
Allen Mahomes. Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes. Allen Mahomes isn't a guy.
That's their third brother.
Yeah, he's the best one. He
Yeah.
blew his
He's
calf
really
out.
big on Cena Weibo.
Big, huge.
Yeah.
I'm more excited for this than I am when they do it with the pros because the pros are just, it's like you know what you're going to get. We've seen pros hit good shots.
I just don't care to watch non-golfers play golf. I don't know. It's not really. I'm not into it.
I think it's cool because they're all, I mean, are these not your 4 best quarterbacks? I mean, like this is 1 through 4, is it not?
Can Mahomes swing a golf club?
Yeah.
They posted their handicaps earlier. He does not have a registered handicap, but I believe 7.7 was floating around the internet.
He can bomb it, as you can probably imagine, as he's a world-class athlete.
Right.
But
What kind of courses was he playing in Lubbock, Dave?
man, if he was playing that Rawls course out in Lubbock, that's a tough one. Beautiful course, but very difficult.
It's very
windy.
windy out there.
Is it?
You got to flight it down. You got to keep the ball low.
Hey, speaking
Pretty
of wind,
flat though.
we are critical fire risk. I want a PSA for everybody out there.
I know. We got to get some rain here. We need it.
We do.
Oh, Ricky Fowler Monday qualifying for U.S. Open. Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, it is. It's a 2-part qualifier too, even sadder. And did you see the guy over the weekend, Dave, who tried to qualify, shot a 135?
Damn it.
Yeah.
I was hoping you guys wouldn't notice. I didn't have my A game. 135. That dude lost a bet.
Well, you can basically when you're qualifying, I looked this up on what's it, the Bonfire Club or whatever the thing is, Bonfire Golf, something like that. Somebody's gonna tweet me. You can qualify if you mark pro down on your card. Basically, they don't check your handicap.
Okay.
So if you mark pro, in theory, you're not allowed to ever compete in an amateur event again, but you also don't get your handicap checked.
The guys who had to play with him that were seriously trying to qualify and they had to watch this dude
hack
135 shots.
Yeah, he went out in 65.
That's bad. I feel like you would draw.
You would think.
This
But
guy's doing a bit.
stuck with it. Usually they get kicked off the course.
I think I don't think there's a course from the tips. There is not a course in the world that I would even come close to shooting 135 at. Pro setup. What's the hardest setup in golf on a Sunday?
I don't know.
I'm not shooting 135. 115, obviously in play. Not even, I'm breaking 120.
Triple digits are definitely in play.
I'm breaking 120 at any course from the tips. That's my braggadocio take of the day.
I don't know. What are some of the traditionally hardest courses in America?
Chambers Bay.
Bethpage?
Bethpage Black, yeah. Bethpage Black is a good
What
one.
makes it difficult? Length?
Conditions? Rough is like 3 feet tall. And fair, it's long. It's like 8,000 plus yards.
This rough is about 5'9".
Flirting with
5'10".
5'10".
Flirting with 5'10".
A lot of people
What's on your
forget that.
license?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's the sports party. Let's run it back and get out of here.
Brett, you take it away?
Do we have the sound effect?
Let's run it back with Eddie.
There we go.
This is the segment where we run it back.
Run it back. This is a segment where we run it back. Congrats to KJ and Camille, KJ's new daughter. He's a girl dad.
Has he posted?
I
We didn't
think
break
so.
the news, did we?
Oh, I think we did.
Okay, good.
No, I
Wait.
think we did.
Oh,
But that's okay.
Cardell Jones is not here to do school.
No, certainly not.
The secret to beating Canelo is the jab.
no one's
according to
tried
the
that
Hunks.
yet.
Yep.
People just go in throwing bombs.
Cloning is definitely happening right now for humans,
Oh, for sure.
according to Dylan.
For sure.
Hilton Head is tight. Croquet-style putting is illegal on the PGA Tour, as we saw young Dylan Fratelli assessed a 2-stroke penalty for doing something kind of like that. Catch
Longhorn
Dave
zone.
in the backyard, sunning his testicles and hitting flop shots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
Macklemore's best song is, quote, I Want to Pop Some
I
Tags.
want to pop something.
According to Dave. Breaking news, Washed Media has chairs. And it might have thrown off the white glove delivery.
Not real sure why they're still sitting out there. I'm guessing
Because it would have been noisy to bring them in, is what I
That's a
would
great
imagine.
point.
Dylan somehow knows what the Michigan is. Oh, yeah. Props to you. The guy who tried testicle tanning popped off the biggest load of his life.
That's true. Shout out Ben Greenfield for that big old cum shot.
Brett dropped another Mondo dump during this episode. His second of the day, did not just have one to my record. That was a P. That was number one. Dylan played a lot of basketball in Greece.
They would call me the Greek freak.
Boston, not the best track record.
Yeah, I think it's definitely not.
Barry Bonds was famously walked with the bases loaded. Dave's daughter is just like Sia. You can't see her.
Thank you.
Ole Miss and Texas baseball. Woof. Parks Chevrolet stole second base, up 14 runs.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, just violating the unwrittens. I hate that.
This bug in the studio is about to get got.
Mm-hmm.
Still flying around.
T-Man, huge fan of Anthony Kim.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Like Dylan has always said, if you're going to commit a murder, do it while wearing an extremely identifiable chain.
Right.
Dylan, don't kill anybody wearing that Cole Campbell triple
Yeah,
XL
that giveaway,
shirt.
man.
Yeah.
Dave will be going into downtown Cabo for the Canelo fight on May 7th to watch.
By myself, probably.
We'll see how your wife
See how
feels
that
about
goes.
that.
She's definitely not going to watch the Canelo fight.
And finally, Dave is breaking 120 at any course in the world.
All right.
That might be my hottest take to date.
That's not a hot take. If you would have said 100, maybe.
100, no.
If you would have said
one-
90, yeah, hot take.
120,
120, that's not a hot take.
I just put the driver away. I hit fairways.
literally hardest course on the planet. You just take out a 5-iron every tee.
God, that'd be such a boring round of golf. Just
You probably end up scoring and shoot like 89.
that's the thing. That would be the thing. I know. I've thought about doing that. Like, oh, we're gonna go play Lions. You know what? Just put the driver away, hit iron on every tee box, which you can do at Lions. But,
Sure.
And I know I would lose way less balls. I'd probably break 80, but I'd have way less fun doing it. That's like how cocky I am. Probably break.
You want to
80.
hit P missiles.
That's all you want to. Yeah. What's the point of playing if you're not going to pull pipe at least once? Well, Brett, thanks for joining us. Where can we find you again?
Thanks for having me at Cold Stove Pod on Twitter and wherever you get your podcast.
Hey, you did a great job, man.
Thanks, Dylan.
He doesn't sound genuine.
Yeah,
No, that was
sounded
real
sarcastic.
shit. That was real shit.
All right. We'll see you on Monday.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
When my team wins a big game,